for Dad. We're going to go through some meditation and stretching today. I'm going to try to fit it into 10 minutes. And this is going to be a daily thing where I do this. Alright, back straight. Let's have our hands together. Let's just do this for 5 breaths. 5 deep breaths. Alright, now we're going to bring our hands in as we breathe in. And then push out 3 times each side. Oh. This is going to be a daily thing that I do. I've done these stretches. These are the basic stretches that I started with when I first started studying at Wuching McCrane. I did wushu and other stuff before that, but these are the stretches that I most associate with my Kung Fu practice, and I actually had stopped doing them for a while because I felt that I didn't have time. And then recently I started doing them again, and I find that they are beneficial, especially to me. Not so much, they're not that simple. They're not that simple to learn. This first one is. So I might have this one in a class of beginners, but the other ones are kind of complicated. They kind of take a long time to do. But you have enough time to do it if you're doing it at home. Going into ankle rotations. And we do them with these calisthenics. I'm gonna start doing that every day in front of the camera, kind of like how Mr. Rogers changes his shoes in front of the camera every day. So the important part about this one is you gotta keep this leg straight. You want to keep your back straight too. Some people pull their back if they try to push too hard for this. If you can't reach your foot, you just hold you just hold your leg somewhere. You don't have to hold your foot. So I guess I should have said that at the beginning, is that don't hurt yourself. Don't, consult a doctor before you do any kind of exercise. But this one is not really like if you're looking for a simple thing to do. The Salute to Sun is really good, and the 5 Tibetan rites were really good, and I was doing those for a while. But ultimately, I like these ones because I did them so much as a teenager. For me, they're just like second nature. That's what. So I think they're probably more beneficial to me than, say, someone else just starting out. There's other simpler stretches. That being said, I didn't feel that my hips and stuff were as stretched out by the Salute to Sun and the not the, like they did the front of the hips, but these side hip things and a lot of stuff that has to do with your kung fu stance. I think these stretches really help out. And these stretches aren't the, I was asking my Sifu about them, and he said they weren't really what they did in Hyunha, in the villages when he was teaching or learning kung fu. They didn't do these stretches. If you think about it, that makes sense, because where they train would be like dirt and like you could do these on the ground outside, but if it's raining, do you really want to lie down on the ground like this? Not really. So their stretches were a lot simpler. And when I teach my kids classes and adult classes, I usually just do the stances, because for a lot of people the stances are like stretches to them. They're not flexible enough to get into like a low front stance. And it has the double, while you're working on that stance, you're also working on while you're working on your stretching, you're also working on your stance, like strengthening the muscles and stuff. But I just find these stretches a little relaxing for me. Something to do early in the morning. Stretch out. It's been warm, even though it's like November, it's been warmer, so maybe as it gets to be colder, I'm not going to be as excited about doing these stretches in the morning. We'll see. I might switch it up. I might switch it up to just doing the horse stance and front stance and Loijima, and I call it saying ma, I call it snake stance, but when I learned it, I didn't really have a name for it. I've heard other people call it snake stance, so I'm just starting to call it that, because some students need that, where you have a name for everything. Or they feel that like they're learning more by labeling a stance so that they can talk about it, I guess. For me, I just kind of picked it up because I did it when I was a teenager. And even before that, even when I was like 7 years old, I did wushu. And actually, even before I did wushu, I did one class of wuching my crane, but there wasn't like a kids class, or there wasn't a younger kids class. So my mom put me in a wushu class instead. I have videos, not videos. There's some pictures of me even when I was really little, like must have been like 3 or 4, doing lion dance. I don't remember that, but I guess I've been doing this stuff all my life, like just like my kids, when they get older and people ask them like, oh, how long have you been studying kung fu for? But it's just part of the culture. You don't have to, you learn it like a language. Not someone who could start in their 20s could still be better if they're very athletic and very, focused and into it. I mean, they'll be at a disadvantage, but you could still become like really good at a language if you learn it later in life. They say that, was that Conrad learned English on the boats. We're doing these. Oh, I think we're going to get interrupted again. Let's just do 10 of these. Alright, 10 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing a video, so if you don't want to be in it, don't come over here. 9, 10. Today we're just doing 10 of each of these. Another day we're going to try to fit in 30. 10. Stretch up. Look to your left. Look to your right. Okay, fist and elbows in, bridge up. Just do 3 breaths. And then we'll do 10 push-ups. We'll try again tomorrow for the 30. because I think we're going to be interrupted soon. Alright, breathe in. Again. Alright, to end up, I think we're going to do some basics, just quick. Yeah, let's put this up here. Let's just do 100 hits. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Switch sides. Throw some kicks in there. Do cup drills, just swing our arms. Bingo's. Towels again, did these backwards. Let's see, I think 30 more straight punches should do it. Alright, that's it for today. Breathe in. Again. That's a little shot. 5-hour energy or cappuccino shot of Kung Fu for today. Like my video, subscribe. We're going to be doing this every day. And ask questions, because I'll do videos to people's questions.